Grab your lighters, roll it sticky, let's get high, got that blueberry yum yum and it's dip. Welcome everybody to today's episode of Government Update with Nate. I'm Nate, and I'll try to give you all the facts that I can find on politicians and government, and I'll try to give you those facts as straight as humanly possible. So today we are taking a break from looking at the politicians themselves, and we're looking at those laws. And these laws happen to be proposed by the citizens themselves, and they all deal with legalization of marijuana. All in total, there are 9 states that are adding some sort of legalization around marijuana, whether it be medical marijuana, expanding off the medical marijuana plan, or making it legal for recreational use for adults over the age of 21 years old. All right. So without further ado, let's get to the sticky icky list of the states that have ballot propositions to legalize marijuana in some form. Number 1 is North Dakota, and is under statutory measure 5, and they are looking to make medical marijuana legal for debilitating conditions such as AIDS and cancer and other terminal illnesses. And a vote in favor of this proposition would make it legal, and a vote against it would not make it legal. So North Dakota, all my Fiorgo friends out there, you make your decision, all right? Let's move right on down the list to the second state, which is the great state of Nevada. All my party animals out there, get ready for this. Question 2 on the Nevada proposition ballot. They are looking to legalize it for recreational use for adults over the age of 21, similar to the restrictions and conditions placed around alcohol. So a vote in favor of this would make that happen. A vote against it would make that not happen. All my party animals out there in Nevada, you go crazy, kids, or not. It's your decision. Up next is the great state of California. California, they need water, get down. California, Prop 64 would be similar to the Nevada state. Question 2, legalizing it for adults over the age of 21 with similar restrictions found on alcohol. So that's pretty much it. Vote in favor of it would legalize it for adults over the age of 21. Vote against it would not legalize it for adults over the age of 21. All laws would remain the same. Let's fly across the coast to the great state of Florida. They're looking to amend their current medical marijuana statutes under Amendment 2, which would just basically open up how many more people could get access to medical marijuana with certain criteria and conditions. They had very limited conditions that could be treated with medical marijuana. Amendment 2 wanted to open it up to more conditions similar to North Dakota with AIDS and cancer and other debilitating diseases. So a vote in favor of that would amend the current medical marijuana law and make it accessible to more people, and a vote against that would keep the current laws the absolute same. Let's do a 2-for-1 special. This is on the New England states of Massachusetts and Maine. Both are looking to legalize it for adults over the age of 21 with similar restrictions that are placed on alcohol, and that is question 1 in Maine and question 4 in Massachusetts. Vote in favor of it would legalize it. A vote against would not legalize it and keep the same laws in place for medical marijuana provisions. Getting down on the list, let's move on over to the Midwestern state of Montana. I think they're Midwestern. This is ballot initiative I-82, and what this does is it increases the accessibility for medical marijuana for patients by taking off the restriction that a healthcare professional could only have 3 patients that had access to or that were prescribed medical marijuana. So earlier, the current law as it stands is a medical marijuana professional or a healthcare professional could only prescribe medical marijuana to 3 of their patients. This law, I-82, would in effect remove that provision so that it could be an unlimited amount of prescriptions prescribed to an unlimited amount of patients within that healthcare professional. So that is I-82, the medical marijuana provision coming out of Montana. A vote in favor for that would make that all legal, take away the 3-patient limit on the healthcare professional. But a vote against that would keep the current laws the same. So a medical healthcare professional could only have 3 patients under their care that was prescribed medical marijuana. Arizona, Proposition 205 is the same pretty much as California and Maine and Massachusetts. They're looking to legalize it for adults over the age of 21. A vote in favor would do just that. A vote against would do not that. That is Arizona Proposition 205. Last but certainly not least is Arkansas, and they are looking at issue 6, which is just kind of a blanket and opened medical marijuana legalization for debilitating diseases. There's 17 diseases that they list out specifically within their law, and most of them are similar to what we already discussed: AIDS, cancer, other debilitating diseases. One that stuck out to me, which is PTSD, that is a part of those 17 ailments that would be covered under the medical marijuana law. So people that had PTSD could get access to medical marijuana in Arkansas. If you choose to vote in favor of issue 6, would make it legal. Voting against it would make it not legal. And with all that being said, I hope you take a big old like and subscribe and share to this episode on the ballot propositions that had to deal with legalization of marijuana. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. I wanted to give a couple shout outs before I left you on today's episode. The first shout out I wanted to give is to Millennials Rock the Vote. These are my West Coast brethren and sistren, if that's a word. They have very similar messages and goals as to what I'm trying to do, which is to inspire millennials to get out there and vote. So be sure to check them out at Millennials Rock the Vote. The second shout out I'm going to give is I was honored to join the BTS podcast on their episode that just dropped this week, and their second episode will be dropping in a couple weeks. So be sure to check out BTS Pod. It's all about going behind the scenes of movies and TV shows and theater and music, everything that you wanted to know from behind the scenes perspective. So check out BTS Pod, and with that, enjoy your weekend.